Listen, man, if you are a brand owner and you are struggling to get a conversion rate over 1% at bare minimum on your Shopify, man, here are three things that you need to focus on when it comes to raising your conversion rate for your website, okay? If you guys do not know me, man, my name is Cortland. I am a six-figure, 23-year-old clothing brand owner. I'm back with another video, and today we are going to be going over conversion. How can we get a higher conversion rate for your clothing brand? So I'm going to be giving you guys my three, I would say, pillars, my three website pillars that I think are essential for any brand owner, if they are, or any business owner in general, if you are trying to convert a customer, okay? And so we're going to go over these three, and then we're also going to show you examples of these three as well. So the first one is going to be website cleanliness. Okay? Now, when I say website cleanliness, I mean everything from navigation to quality of pictures to how the pictures fit on both the phone view and the computer view. I see a lot of brand owners, and when they are making their, like when they're creating their website, they only optimize it for the phone and they totally forget about computer. And you have to make sure that your website is optimized for both platforms, so it looks clean and it's correct on both platforms. Just because you think that people are only going to be looking for you on Instagram and stuff like that, if somebody wants to go and order off their computer and they go on there and it's like, you know what I mean? It's just, you need everything to be consistent. So making sure that your website is optimized on all devices, number one, is essential. Color. This is another thing. The color layout that you choose for your website. A lot of people like to choose black and all these different. I recommend you to choose a white for your interface on your website. Why? Because you are not seeing large businesses use black backgrounds. I think that it darkens up the website a lot more, obviously, because it's a black interface. It's just kind of distracting, man. Like, a consumer is used to a white interface when they go to a website, and that black website interface simply throws them off. I also saw as well in the past that it can lower your conversion rate by 85% when using that dark black interface. So a white interface, highlights the product a lot more. It adds a lot more vibrance, if that's a word, to the website. It allows the website to be a lot more vibrant, and I think that it definitely does way better with conversion. So I would recommend you guys to use a white interface for your website. Nonetheless, as well, right? This is also something important, and like I said, I'm going to get into this as I continue with the video. But if you find three brands, anywhere from like 3 to 5 brands that you idolize or that you can correlate with, and you just simply go look at their websites, if most of those brands have a white interface, and it's like, don't be the one random brand that wants to do their own thing, and then now you doing your own thing has cost you money. So do what is right. Do what you're supposed to do, and use your brand inspo as guidance for that as well. Okay. Next, navigation. Navigation is essential. A lot of brand owners, they'll have a live product or a live drop or whatever the case may be, and they are not giving the things that they need to give on that initial, soon as I get on your website, the hook and landing page that I land on should feature this collection that you just dropped or this product that you just dropped. It shouldn't be something random or something old, and I shouldn't have to search and dig to find that product or any of your products. Okay, if you have products that are in stock, I shouldn't have to search and dig to find your in stock products or your newest products. Things should be in order. Okay. So that's going to be the first tip, man. Make sure that you guys have cleanliness when it comes to the website, okay? And like I said, the smartest way to execute on that is to find at least 3 other websites that you like and implement features from these websites, okay? So you don't have to go and recreate the wheel. Second thing is going to be handling objection, okay? Handling objection. Now, what does this mean? When a customer is looking to buy a product, they have questions that need to be answered. And what usually will happen is if these questions don't get answered, that customer is not going to purchase, or they're going to make an excuse on why they're not going to purchase, because this is not an item that they necessarily need. Them buying this product is a want. And when people want things, they usually will kind of fight with themselves or, semi-talk themselves out of buying it, if they don't necessarily need it, right? If it's not like solving an issue for their life. And so the issue that we run into is we don't handle objections on the website. So we don't answer shipping questions. We don't provide on-body visuals for sizing reference. If we do, the model is like this, or the model is sitting down like this. Again, those are not sizing reference. I can't use that as a sizing reference. You need regular profile shots. Your model standing straight up and down, right? Boom, side by side, hands side by side, right? So people can understand sizing reference. All right. So when they're looking to make their purchase, you're not making their lives 10 times harder, and they're sitting there contemplating like, no, should I get a medium? Should I just get a large? And then they end up talking themselves out of the purchase. Man, I don't need this, bro. I'm not about to get this right now. What am I doing? Right? Don't get it. Okay. The more time that person spends on that website, the worse, right? Unless you have a funnel that you're taking them through, getting them to add a ton of products. You're Fashion Nova, and you want them to keep shopping and keep shopping. But if you got a couple of product SKUs, bro, and that customer is on that site way too long, they're not gonna buy. Okay, so get them on the site, get them off the site. So making sure you have objections handled, returns, shipping, and like I said, sizing are usually like the biggest objections people will have, or even credibility. So there are different apps out there. I'll give y'all one of them. It's called SalesPop. SalesPop is going to allow you to pretty much have orders pop up from prior orders. So it builds credibility with the customers. So if they see other people are purchasing, then it incentivizes them to purchase, right? And so you can use that app as well. All right. So that's a little quick app for y'all. All right. But boom. So we got objection. We got a clean website. The last thing is going to be incentive. Okay, you have to build incentive. Why should I buy now versus just buying when I get paid on Friday? Well, if you buy now, we have a 35% sale that's going to be ending soon. Or if you buy now, we got a BOGO deal going on. So if you buy one, you get one for 50% off. Or if you buy one, you get one free. Or if you buy one, you get a free necklace. Whatever the case may be, having some type of incentive for people to act right now. Limited inventory, exclusive drops. Just giving them that reason to do it right now. If you don't build demand for something, then it lacks value, right? So things that are in low demand or in low supply and in high demand, that equates value. You have value in that situation, and you hold the value. So your goal is to keep the value in your hands, and for the customer to want that, right? To want what you have, and to value it. Okay, so having incentives are important. Abusing incentives are not smart. So you don't want to overly abuse incentives all the time, right? It's not like you just have a discount running for your entire brand. You know what I'm saying? Because it could devalue your brand or the product that you're discounting. But you should be definitely, always having like incentives kind of going and coming, different types of incentives. Free giveaway incentives, just different things to get people to engage and to continue to come back. Okay. And so now we're going to go ahead and get into showing y'all these things. All right. So we are going to be using my boy's code Buxton, one of my favorite brands right now, as a example for these 3 pillars. Okay. So for the first one, cleanliness, as we see, they have a new drop, Spring Summer 25. Drop 3 is currently live. You see how we have the front page, we have our picture, and then on the scroll down, we have the collection down here as well. Okay, keep continuing to scroll. We have a new launches section, picture, and then we have another scrollable image. And then at the very last picture, we have our footwear picture, and then we have a scrollable image of our footwear. So very clean, very straightforward, letting the images kind of just be the character of the website. And very easy navigation, right? On the scroll down, we can scroll over. We can see all of the products that are within that collection. On the scroll up, if we press view, we can see their most previous collection. Okay, so they're showing us exactly what they want us to purchase. And I mean, yeah, straightforward. Okay, navigation on the left, you got new launches, you got shop. Everything in the shop side also has, like description. So it's telling you all products, new launches, t-shirts, hoodies, footwear, sweatshirts. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you all the categories that you need. And you got info. Okay, you got all the information. All right, so everything is inside of here that we need. All right, now over the top, okay? Next thing is going to be the incentive. Let's go over incentive since it's right in front of our face, okay? Incentive is always important to have, I feel, on the landing page of the website. So we have the cleanliness checked off. Cleanliness is checked off. Easy navigation, perfect. Next is incentive. How can we incentivize you to buy right now? And I would prefer to put my incentive in front of you, which is why we have the announcement bar at the top. At the top, you see it says free shipping. And let me just make sure you guys can see what it says. So at the top, it says free shipping on all on orders over $387. Okay, free shipping on orders over $387. So that is going to incentivize a customer to spend more than $387. Now look at this, right? If they buy a pair of shoes, that's going to be over $387. So they're good on that, right? They'll get free shipping on that. But if they buy this distressed trucker jacket, that's $330, then they're not going to get free shipping. So what is that going to incentivize them to do? Well, maybe that's going to incentivize them to buy a t-shirt, or that might incentivize them to buy any other product, right? To get them over that $387 mark to get free shipping, okay? And so this is an incentive. Now, it's not a pushy incentive. It's not an over salesy incentive. It's a very calm incentive to get people to do more, okay? And to get people to act now, because we don't know when this incentive might end, okay? But like I said, it's not like a time limited incentive, so it's not super salesy or super pushy. It's a little bit more of a what would I say, like a more subtle approach, you know, on the marketing side. But nonetheless, it's an incentive for people to do something. So you have that incentive, which is good, okay? Lastly, okay, we have to handle objection. So if I go here, okay, we're going to see exactly how they handle objection on the product pages. First thing we're going to talk about is how they have their profile pictures. As we see, they have scrollable images, okay, for the pictures. I can see how it fits on the model, and then I can tailor this to how I want it to fit on me, right? So boom. We also see that the product is in stock right here. So that alleviates like the, oh, is this pre-order? No, it's in stock. The product's in stock. Okay. They also have their incentive again right here as well. Free shipping on orders over $387. And then they have their information right here as well. Brand new for SS25 is our zipped lined shirt. So they got their description of the product, right? They got some details of the product. And then they also have size and fit for the product. Okay. Delivery info for the product. They got all that good stuff as well under size and fit section. All right. So they given the size of the model, or what size the model is wearing, excuse me. They given the height, they given the weight, and they given the delivery info. Okay. Making sure that you know how long, you know, the product is going to take. Full shipping and return details. You can click on this to see more details. And you also got a 14-day return window as well. All right. So all products are in stock. You don't have to worry about pre-orders. So everything obviously ships same day. And then they got a return option as well. So if you want, so that's even more confidence with a customer going into buying it. You know what I'm saying? If I buy it and they don't fit right or something wrong with it, I can just return it. No worries, right? And most people don't return stuff, okay? So like the statistics on people returning stuff is super low. People usually don't return things. So it's a great option to have, and it's not like a ton of, you know, like hassle to necessarily take on for the most part. Okay, if you being transparent with your sizing and references and all that, you good. Okay, so this is how we are handling objection. Okay, this is how we're handling objection. Also, some little kind of like social proof in a sense, right? Having all their Instagram tags, YouTube tags. They got a whole bunch of different tags. So having all of their links down here is handling objection. Having a frequently asked questions section is literally directly handling objections. So if people have questions, they can come here in the FAQ section. And even having like the, who they are section, like the brand, like, and having them on here and just their story is also handling objection. It's allowing a customer to get a more of an insight of this brand, of this business, so they can feel more comfortable when purchasing. Okay. And so that is going to be an example of how these things will look in real time. Now, your job is to find, like I said, anywhere from 3 to 5 other brands, look at their websites and figure out the things that you need to do to implement these things into your website so you can hit on these 3 pillars to make your website a highly converting website. Okay. And that's going to be the video, man. Super easy, concise, straight to the point, and directional. So if you are a brand owner, man, and this was valuable, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get to 200 subscribers. This was a good video. I appreciate you for watching. Drop more video ideas down below. I love y'all. Y'all keep working, man. And as always, let's get
I know how this shit feel when somebody laugh at your dream. And I know how it feel when you're back to the wall and it's only yourself on the team.